What is going on, guys? It is Lanaki here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some of my rotations and like camera movement / transitions that I do and most of my edits. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's just get into it. If you want to learn how to do this, then stay tuned. So I always add effects and stuff and tricks on them before I do camera movement. So that is how I'm going to be explaining this tutorial today. So basically, you just want to grab your two clips that you have, and you can start off by just turning on the motion blur, and then you're going to want to add motion tile to both clips. This is real quick. Alright, so once you have motion tile on both of your clips, then what you can go ahead and do is you're going to want to add 3 nulls to both of these selected clips or whatever. I will have a link to the auto null thing that I use in the description, so it saves you a lot of time. So they're already clipped and stuff. So basically, what you want to do is you're going to press start with the first clip. You want to press scale, rotation, and then P. So you press S and then shift and then R and P while you're holding shift, and you can bring up all 3 at the same time. And then you just want to drag these to the end of the first null. I set this like 300. And then for rotation, I typically set this to like either 70 or -70, somewhere around that area. I'm gonna do 70 for this one. And then position, I usually set, depending on like the clip, I guess for this example, I'll just like move it up a little bit, or like you can really have it in direction that you want. And then basically you just want to press F9 to ease your keyframes, and then you want to separate the X and Y dimensions. And then basically all I do for this is it's a pretty sharp graph, so I'm just going to take this, put them kind of up in that corner type thing. Same for this one, just the bottom corner now. Like, you can kind of mess with this graph, but this is just usually how I do it. So yeah, so then once we have that, this is what it should look like. Just like a simple scale and rotation. Make sure you do have motion blur turned on. I don't know if I remember to say that or not, but that does make a difference. Alright, so then once we have that so far, next on the middle clip, I will press just S, and then I'll put the keyframe kind of like right here, kind of in the middle-ish, and then right here at the end, I'll put this to like 130. So basically what I'm doing here is just a fake zoom. If you don't know what a fake zoom is, you'll look up on YouTube, a bunch of tutorials. But basically how I do mine is, so yeah, I have the two keyframes like this, and I set this one not at the end, but one frame like in front of the end, if that makes sense. And then after easing them, I actually do a speed graph for this one. So I just kind of drag this in a little bit, and you can change this depending on how like sharp you want it to be, like how subtle or whatever. So after we have that, this is what I do, kind of like that. And you can also adjust like how, like I said, how like sharp you want the zoom in to be. You can make it a little bit more relaxed, I guess is the word, type thing. So yeah, we'll go to the last and final null, because you can basically, once you have these keyframes, you can just copy them and paste them to the next thing. So once we have those two, we can press S on our keyboard and then R and then P again. So we'll just keyframe them right there as they are. For this example, I'm just gonna move it down, right? So I'll just move it down. So I'll put that to 70. So I'll go from 100 to 70 for the scale. So then you can go ahead and F9, ease them, separate this dimension there, and then I kind of like just to drag these a little bit toward the end, and then we can go ahead and graph them. Oh, and for these ones, I do value graph. So it's just the middle scale that has the speed graph. And then for these, I just do something, again, just kind of like the other ones, just a sharp graph, something like that, kind of. This really doesn't matter. This is all up to you, pretty much. But this is just how I do them. So they just kind of meet in the corner or in the top. So let's go -70. Like I said, you can change that number, but that's not the picture I had in my mind for some reason. Okay. There we go. So then once we have that, you should get something that looks like this. It's just kind of a quick, fake zoom. we should be able just to copy the frames over and paste them. Now, what's important here is that, for one, just adjust them to the same length. But also, make sure that whatever your rotation is here for the clip that like ends, right? Make sure that to start the next one, the rotation is the opposite. So if you put -70 down here for the end of this clip, make sure at the start of the next one that it's like the opposite, 70. Once we add that, it should look like this, right? And then we can pretty much just do that for the other of these nodes. You don't have to, you can mix it up, but for demonstration purposes, that is what I am doing. If you just copy them and paste them, this is what we should get. Just quick, simple transitions, nothing too crazy. On the fake zoom, so the middle null, you can go up here and change change this thing, and then move it to like wherever you want to focus in on the whatever's like, you know, in the video, because I want to focus on Sasori, right, kind of, but he's a little bit to the left, so I'm moving wherever that red circle is where the null is, and zoom in. You can then add an adjustment layer. Here we go. Or you can change this one to fisheye. You guys know the deal pretty much. Change this to 100 and then change the end to -100. So it's kind of, and I don't keyframe this one. You can, I just don't because I'm lazy, but you can if you want to. I honestly, I don't even know if it makes that big of a difference, but once we have that, this is what you get. This is with no effects, no no color correction, no twitch. So even if you had to shake or twitch or something, it'd probably look better. But this is just with the raw rotations and zooms that I do. This is what you will get. So yeah, I guess with that being said, if you guys have enjoyed, leave a like or a comment, lets me know. If you guys want more tutorials like this, I will make them. So yeah, I guess with that being said, I will catch you guys later. Peace.